Hello and welcome to my video. In this video I'm going to answer and explain all the questions from the practice exam paper included in the Grade 2 Discover Music Theory book. The first section relates to rhythm, and the first question asks us to circle the right time signature for the given bars. As I always say, look at the bar from above and see what catches your eyes. For example, here I see 3 groups of things. So I think that this gives us a massive clue, because a conductor would know that his movements are 3. So look at the options here. We can exclude 4/4 because it is impossible that we have 3 groups of things and we count in 4. Then these 3 options remaining asks us basically this: do we have 3 crotchets or 3 quavers in a bar? Even without counting, we know that it can be 3 quavers, because also this crotchet has 2 quavers already. So how do we justify all of these things? And look at here, this is another quaver, these 2 are another quaver, so we are in crotchets. And we haven't even counted. That's amazing. This is how you need to think. Don't feel that you're missing something, or that it's not allowed, or that you should be doing what you've been told to do and blah, blah, blah. No, because we are supposed to do things. Imagine that you are sight reading. Wouldn't you do this? What would you do? Would you count? Would you write the fractions on the book? Not really. So think musically, as I always say. Let's move on to the second example. This is very long. We have 2 minims, and then, so we can see that this is in minims, okay, because it's too long. And look, we do have something that tells us about minims. So I think that this is the answer. Anyway, do you want me to double check because you don't feel secure? All right. Because your conscience is like shouting at you, saying like, you're not doing enough. All right, then let's see if we have 4 minims in this bar. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, there you go. It can be 4/4 common time, because we need 4 crotchets for this, and then we have far too many here. Not to mention this, because we need just 2 crotchets. So, okay, next example, we have 1, 2, and 3 groups of things. This one includes 2 groups because it's a minim, so it's longer. I guess here we are counting in crotchets, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is a typical example of 4/4. However, in our options, we don't have it. So what is the equivalent of 4/4? 2 halves. It's the same. We just count in minims here, but in terms of writing, it's very similar. In this case, this could have been 4/4, but because we don't have it in our options, we can exclude the other 2. Here we don't count in 3, we don't count in 2. We count, well, we don't have 2 crotchets, and we have 4 crotchets, therefore 2 minims. Okay, the difference between 4/4 and 2 halves is that in 4/4 we count in crotchets, and in 2 minims, in 2 halves we count in minims. So it's 1 and 2 and, or 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. They are very different, but in terms of writing, they are very similar. They can be also the same. This bar could have been in 4/4. I hope this is useful. Let's move on to the second question. In this question, we are asked to add the missing bar lines. Okay, start counting. Again, let's think musically. This piece is in 2/4, so we need to have 2 crotchets. One is here and one is here. There you go. Just to double check, we have another crotchet here and we have another crotchet here. You can spend 10 minutes or 5 minutes writing the bars and doing the calculations. However, you won't be doing that if you would be sight reading or if you would be like playing a piece. Therefore, it is really inconvenient in music to do so. We need to separate maths from music. Sometimes we do use maths, some other times, most of the times, it's better to use the musical sense of what we have, because in the end, this is music. This is a syncopation, by the way, and it happens when two notes of a shorter value are around notes of longer values. Now, what does that mean in music? It means that we skim particularly better. So the music moves forward in a more effective way. So it's dan 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 dan. So we never put the feet on the ground, so to speak. We don't do like da 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 da. That's not really what the composers want when they use the syncopation. The next one is in 3 halves, which means 3 minims. So we only need to count the minims. 1, 2, and 3. Just to double check. 1, okay, a group of things. 2 and 3. Perfect. Next one. 3/4. 3 crotchets. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Do I need to count here? No, this is a group of things. 3 in the space of 2. 2 semiquavers equals a quaver, and a quaver. 4 crotchets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's double check. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 3 quavers. 1, 2, and 3. But look at here, a group of things. We don't even need to think, because if we would be sight reading, this is the way we need to do things. Quick, quick, quick. Okay, is the pace of reading. So it's quite quick. And then if we want to be logical, we just double check. 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. Are you happy? I hope so. Let me know it in the comments below. Exercise 3. In this exercise, we need to tick the box that answers the question. How many semiquavers are in a dotted crotchet? Okay, a dotted crotchet is this. And it's equivalent to 1, 2, and 3 quavers. Every quaver is made up of 2 semiquavers, so I think the answer is 6. There you go. How many quavers are there in a semibreve? Okay, here we can count. Okay, we can say a semibreve is 2 minims, 2 minims is 4 crotchets, 4 crotchets is blah blah blah. But the quaver is the fraction that the length of the quaver, the official length of the quaver. It's not a half, but it's 1/8, which means that to have a whole, which is the semibreve, we need so this is 4, so it's 2. Oh, anyway, we need to cut the pizza in 8 parts. How many did I do? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. No. We need to cut it into 4. We need to cut our pizza 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 into 7 pieces, and then our poor quaver eats just one of it. Okay, so to make a whole pizza we need 8 quavers, so the answer is 8. So this gives me the opportunity to tell us that I strongly disagree with what I often find in theory books when they say that the semibreve counts 4, the crotchets count 1, and the quavers a half. Yes, that is correct. But if you don't know that the fraction is 1/8, and if you don't know that the pie or the pizza has been cut in 8 pieces, you would have to count a lot here to answer this question. As opposed to my version, there is exactly in the quaver is the answer. Okay? So try to go further when you learn music theory, because in this way you have many shortcuts for higher grades. And not only do you create shortcuts for the higher grades, but you also understand it more. All right, so next page. In this question, we need to tick the box that shows the bar correctly grouped. And here it is. Here we go again about grouping. Grouping is essential. It makes us sight read very quickly. And it makes things much easier for the conductor and consequently for all the orchestral players. Anyway, first the key time signature. And we are in 2/4, which means 2 crotchets. Therefore, we would need to see 1 and 2. Where do we see 2 groups of things? Definitely not here, so we can exclude this one. Yes here, yes here. Now, every group must be a crotchet. I don't think we have a crotchet here. Look, the odd number in simple times, it's not possible. So the answer is this, and in fact, here we have 1 crotchet and 1 crotchet. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. The next question. We need to tick or cross the boxes to show whether the rests have been added correctly or not. We are in 3/8, which means 3 quavers. So 1, 2 and 3. Yes. There you go. Here we have 1, 2 and 3. Yes, this is correct theoretically, but in practice it isn't. In 3/8, in 3/4, we can't merge the second and third places. The first 2, yes, so it could be possible to do this, but not the other way around. So the only possible answer here would be to separate the countings in this way. So this is incorrect. I'm going to write it here because, yeah, it's useful to know. A whole bar rest, the semi-breve rest, no matter the time signature, we do use this, so this is correct. Let me know if you did it right. Can you let me know, please, in the comments below? I am very interested to know because lots of students forget about this very interesting and easy rule. It is easy, but we tend to forget because we are always told to count or to double check that everything makes up. But then in this case, if we count, it's wrong. So we need to remember this exception. Okay. Are you happy? Let me know, and let's move on to the 6th question. In this question, we are asked to tick the box that shows this bar correctly rewritten half the value. This means that every value needs to be 1 up in this, 1 down, half the value. So the minim becomes a crotchet, dotted. The quavers become 2 semiquavers, and the minim becomes a crotchet again. The time signature becomes 3/4 because it's half the value. So half the value of the minim is the crotchet. So 3, this must stay. Okay, this is very important. 4th because we count in crotchet. Where do we have this? Here. Here we have a minim and that is wrong. Here we have the quavers and they are wrong. So the last one. Perfect. All good? Shall we move on to the second section? Let's do it. This section relates to pitch, and in the first question we are asked to tick the box that shows the correct name for each note. Treble clef, middle C is here, so let's count. Do, Si, La, A. There you go. In bass clef, this is not middle C, but it is middle C in treble clef, and in bass clef we do treble clef plus 2. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please go and watch 4 videos relating to clefs that tell you all the things that you need to know up to grade 5 and beyond. I link them in the description below or in the card up here. So Do plus 2, Do, Re, Mi, I. Now, this is in bass clef again, and this is A flat. This note, okay, so middle C in bass clef is here, so this is one note above middle C, so it's D. In treble clef, this will be B and it will be flat, but I don't know, did you put B flat here? If so, you've read it in treble clef. Next time, do plus 2. Next one. In treble clef, this is, so in treble clef, this is La. If you don't know this, you can remember perhaps that the last note on the attic of the house of music is Sol, G. Okay, so we go 2 above and it's B flat, because there is a flat symbol that we should not forget. Why? Because B and B flat are 2 different notes. Therefore, if we consider notes like people, there are 2 different people. So if your name is Anna, I can't call you Sophia because you won't answer right, and so the notes. 3 sharps, treble clef. This is Mi, 2 above though. Is it sharp? No. So Mi. Finally, we just said that the top note is Sol, so it's 1 below, Fa sharp. Sorted. Shall we turn the page together? Let's do it. In this question, we are asked to tick the box that shows the clef that would make these notes called as they are. So what clef should we have to call this note B? All right, let's go like in order. This is in treble clef, this will be middle C. So let's count. Do, Si, La, Sol. This will be G in treble clef, but obviously we did plus 2, so we are in bass clef. There you go. This note in treble clef would be F, Fa, because it's 1 below the top note, that is G. However, here we call it A, which means that we've done plus 2 again, Fa, Sol, La. So, bass clef again. Ah, there you go. Exercise 3. Here we need to rewrite the notes in the new clef, keeping the pitch the same, so they have to sound the same. In the online exam, you would need to drag the notes. This note in bass clef is middle C. So this is Do, Re, Mi. To answer this question, by the way, one of the memorams that I've created that is well explained in the videos, the series 1A, 1B, 1C and 1D relating to clefs. It gives us all we need to know to be right. If the pitch you want to know, middle C, are you above or below? in this case is above. So middle C is here, do, re, mi, here. Okay. Remember, if you like these videos, put a like, share it with your friends, subscribe to my channel, and you can also support what I do completely for free by buying special things on YouTube. If you are a piano player, consider joining the membership club, because you can find all the scales played slowly on the piano, all grades 1 to 5. Next one, middle C is here, so it's one above, and here it is. In the treble clef, middle C is down here, so we do do, si, la, sol. Now we need to remain below middle C, remember? So middle C is up here, okay? Do, si, la, sol. There you go. Another way of doing this is, because you know that the fa is here, F is here because this is the F clef, it's just one above. But we would still need to check if we are below or above middle C, and middle C is up here in the bass clef. I hope this is clear, let me know if not. In treble clef, middle C is here and this is one below, so middle C is up here, one below. Perfect. Sorted. Ah, you see that it's easier if we do it this way. Let me rub this out and leave just the right answers so you're not confused. Okay, number 4. In this question, we need to circle true or false for each statement. Let's observe first. This is fa sharp and this is fa natural. Now, middle C is down here and middle C is down here. So they are the same, but one is sharp, one is not. And I told you that if you're called Anna, I can't call you Sophia, so they are not the same sound. And which one is the highest? This one, fa sharp. So the first note sounds higher than the second, yes. Here, middle C is here and middle C is here. So they are the same note. Which one is higher? This one, because this is sharp and this is not. Remember, the sharp goes that way on the keyboard, so we go higher. This is high, this is low. So the second note is lower. No, this is higher. So this. Middle C is here and this is La flat. And middle C is here, so this is La but natural. The first note is lower. Yes, it is, because with the flat we go down this way. So it is lower than the natural note. Lower, so true. Finished. Perfect. Let's move on to section 3 about keys and scales. This section is very important, and it's important because it's longer and it gives you 15 points that count a lot in your exam. So make sure that everything is correct and safely learned. In these first 2 exercises, we are asked to tick the box that shows the correct key signature of D minor. D minor is the relative minor of, we go 3 semitones above, 3 steps, okay, 1, 2 and 3, of F major. Okay, F major is the relative major, and they share the same key signature. Do you remember what key signature F major has? Well, it has one sharp, one flat. It has one flat, and that flat is B, B flat. This is not B because we are in treble clef. This is in treble clef basically, but we are in bass clef. This is B, but it's not the right way of writing it. This is the right one. and this is the key signature. Never in music we have a key signature with flats and sharps together. You could find it in contemporary music, but I don't think it is the case for any of the exam papers up to grade 8. It's very much modern music that might use this. So for example, Ligeti sometimes does it, but you won't be asked for Ligeti's music up to grade 8. So exclude that, please. So this is the right answer. The next example is with the sharps, and A major has 3 sharps, and I know this because A minus 1 semitone is G sharp. Now, if you know the orders of flats and sharps, is fun, coloring, gigantic, fa, do, sol. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, please go and watch the videos to B, to A, to B, to C, and to D, linked in the description below and via the card up here. They tell you everything you need to know about clefs. I've used it for my students and it clears up the sky. It is very useful. The videos are very lightly presented, and apparently they help the students a lot. They are for people of any age and level, and as I said, they are always light to watch, so you can always watch them every now and again. Fa, do and sol. Fa, sol, do, this is incorrect. Fa, do, sol, this could be correct. Fa, do, sol, this could be correct. And this is incorrect because this is re, la, mi, so incorrect. So between these two, which one is the only right one? This one. Because of where the sharps are written. We don't write them down here, we write them up here, and then they go up, down, up. Why? It's the rule. That's all. Sorted. Let's move on to the next page. In this question, we are asked to tick 3 boxes to show where we need an accidental to create a melody in B flat major. Okay, B flat major has 2 flats, and the flats are Si and Mi, big elephants. Again, go and watch the videos to understand this. So we only need to identify these notes. B and B, flat and flat, okay? Now we need A and E and Mi. Where is it? Here. Done. What do you make of this? I think that this is very easy once you know this. Isn't it worth knowing? Up to you. Next question. In this question, we need to circle the correct key for the 2 melodies. Okay, here's what I do. The order of flats is big, elephants, 8, dinosaurs, goat, cheese, and figs. And the order of sharps is fun, coloring, gigantic drawings after eating breakfast. So the other way around, okay? Fun, coloring, gigantic drawings after eating breakfast. You can make up your own sentence, by the way. Send it over to me. I am collecting them and then I will make a post on Instagram. And this is because you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and lots of other places. I also have a website, theoryvirtuoso.com, where you can see all the videos that I publish. On TikTok, you can find videos about scales, about theory, about piano pieces, and many other things that will help you learn with confidence and happiness. So we have Mi flat, we have B flat, and we have La flat. There you go. So we have 3 flats. When we have 3 flats, we are in E flat major. Watch the videos about key signatures. It is very helpful. It makes you answer this question as soon as this, as quickly as this. Bass clef, this is La, so G sharp. and then we have G sharp. Okay, this is interesting. We don't have Fa sharp, we don't have Do sharp. This happens when we only have the leading note. And the leading note is the semitone before the tonic. In this case, G sharp plus one semitone is A, and we are in a minor key. So the answer is A minor. Again, the minor keys have the 7th degree raised. The major don't, because it is already raised as per the key signature. So it is already a semitone below as per the key signature. So we need to raise it up in the minor scales because in the key signature it is not included. Therefore G is raised and becomes sharp, and we need to make it clear on the score. And I hope this clarifies why the leading note is raised. Okay. Question 5. In this question we need to answer true or false for the statement. This is an F, D plus 2, okay, Fa. Is it the 4th degree of C major? Well, we count. Do, Re, Mi, Fa. Yes, it is. True. No sharps, no flats. Perfect. Question 6. We need to tick one box that shows the correct scale of A harmonic minor descending. Now, the descending or ascending version of a harmonic scale is the same. So we only need to have, as I said, the leading note raised. So the 7th degree raised. What is the 7th degree? La, Si, Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol. This is the 7th degree, number 7 note in the scale. So we need to have So sharp. This is So sharp. This is not So sharp because this is an F. And this is not the 7th degree, but it's the 2nd, because the 7th goes from the bottom to the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So the only right answer is the first. This is not an A, and this is not the 7th degree, but it's the 2nd. Quick, don't you think? I know. Let's turn the page. In this question, we need to tick 2 boxes to show the semitones, where the semitones are. All right. So let's do this. Why not? That would make things very easy. If you're not a piano player, you can also do it, provided that you know what a semitone is. A semitone is the shortest distance between 2 notes. So for example, this is not a semitone because there is this in between. This is a semitone. This is also a semitone because there is nothing between the 2 keys. So now let's go in order. Mi flat and Re. There you go. This is the first semitone. Now Re Do, no. Do B flat, no. Now we are here. B flat, La flat, no. La flat, Sol. Yes, this is another semitone. Now, do we need to go further down? Not really, because they say that there are just 2 semitones, but let's double check just in case we've done something wrong. Sol and Fa, not a semitone. And Fa and Mi flat, not a semitone. So here's the answer. Brilliant. Next one. We need to cross the 2 incorrect notes of D major descending. Okay. D major has 2 sharps because D minus 1 semitone is Do, C. So fun coloring. There you go. So Fa and Do are sharp. Re, Do sharp, correct. B, La, Sol sharp, No. Fa, sharp, yes. And it hasn't been sharpened. So here it is. Mi e re, perfect. Okay, so this is the way, guys, with the order of sharps and flats. We must know this. Next one. We need to find the missing notes for the scale of B flat major, and we need to choose them from these options. B flat, as we said, has 2 flats, and the flats are big elephants, these 2. Okay, this is B flat. We can do like B, do, si, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si. Mi, there you go. This is the first note that we need to identify. Is it flat? Yes. So, mi flat. Fa, sol, is it flat? No. Sol. You have a scrap paper for the exam, so you can write these things on the paper. Okay, put the paper on here, write the names of the notes, and then do exactly as I did. This is very safe and quick. Don't you think? Write it in the comments below. Section 4. In this question, we need to tick the box that shows the correct number of each interval. Okay, this is very quick if you follow my technique. First, the names of the notes. So this is Fa, okay, F clef, and this is Re, middle C, Re. And then we count, including the notes. Fa, Sol, La, Si, Do, Re. Including the notes, that's important. Okay, so Fa, Sol, La, Si, Do, Re. A6. Fa, Mi, Re. This is D and Do sharp. Does it matter here? No. Let's count. Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Si, Do. A 7th. La, Re. La, Si, Do, Re. A 4th. Mi, La. Mi, Fa, Sol, La. A 4th. This is a 2nd. This is B flat, Sol plus 2, and this is Fa plus 2, La. Si, Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La. A 7th. Next one. This is Fa, and this is La, Si, Do, Re, D. Okay, again, I count from here, or you might know that this is Sol, Sol, La, Si, Do, Re. Then we count. Fa, Sol, La, Si, Do, Re. A 6th. Middle C. Do, Si, La, Sol. This is Sol. And this is Re. Sol, La, Si, Do, Re. A 5th. Do, Mi, this is a 3rd. You can also count, by the way. Do, Re, Mi. You can count. So 1, 2, and 3. Let's do the counting here, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is an octave. Careful when you do this though, the counting. When it's too long, you might skip one step and then you identify the wrong number. You can do it by saying the names of the notes, so you double check as well. This counting system maybe works very well for shorter distance, but for longer ones it's better to identify the names of the notes, which would be also great because you revise the notes, and this is what we need. We need to become fluent in reading. This section about interval is now finished. Let's move on to section 5 about tonic triads. In this question, we need to circle true or false for each statement. This is the tonic triad of D major. Not really. Fa sharp is missing. This is D minor. False. And this is the tonic triad of E minor. Now, what note is this? This is E in treble clef, but we need to do +2. So this is G major. So this is false. Both of them were false. All right. Shall we turn the page? Are you happy? Let's do it. About chords here, the second question asks us to add one missing note to complete the triad, and we must include accidentals if it's the case. For F major, first of all, the bottom note, is this F? Yes, because this is D +2, so F. So Fa, La, Do. Any flats or sharps? No, no. We have a B flat in F major, but it's not in the chord, so perfect. E minor. Okay, we are in treble clef. Is this E? No, this is G, so we need to add a note below. In A major, oh, do we need a sharp? No, because E minor has one sharp, and that sharp is F, because it's the relative minor of G major. F is not in the chord, so. A major, we have La here. We need to add one note, and that's it. Now, is this A major, or we need a sharp or flat? This is A minor. To make it major, we need to add the sharp on Do. So here it is. Perfect. Sorted. Next one. Sometimes, guys, I receive donations from my viewers, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate them, because I feel supported and I feel that I'm valued as well from what I do, appreciated as well. And I know I receive loads of comments about my videos, how important they are for you, and sometimes very lovely emails about what you do, what are your music studies, what are your plans for music, etc. And I love it. I love replying to all the comments. I love to help you. Otherwise, I wouldn't have started this channel. So thank you very much to those who sent me a donation via a special thanks on YouTube, or a donation via PayPal that you can find on my website. And thank you so much to all those who send me appreciative messages about my work. Thank you so much. In this third question, we need to identify the chords, the tonic triads. So if we find the name of the bottom note, we find the name of the chord. So in this case, okay, middle C in treble clef is here, which means that this is Mi +2, okay, in bass clef. But let's count. Middle C is here in treble clef. Do, Si, La, Sol. Now Sol +2 equals B flat. Okay, so this is B flat major. This note is Sol, G clef, G, so this is G major. So easy now. Middle C in treble clef +2, Do, Re, Mi, E flat, E flat major. Fa +2, La, La, A major. It's the same chord that we've done up in the other exercise. And this is A minor, because we don't have the sharp. So A minor. Perfect. Sorted. Let's go on to section 6. In this question, we need to tick the box that shows the correct translation or meaning for the signs. How to remember them? You can memorize them. You can learn Italian. Or every time you find them on a piece, you remember what you do, how you play it. And this is the best way, because it's the most musical way to understand the meaning of the Italian terms. The meaning of Italian terms seems easy, but it isn't, because we need to go beyond the literal translation and go on to the musical significance, okay? Otherwise, forte, yes, loud, but what does that mean? Even better, mezzo forte, what does that mean? Half forte, what does that mean? Also, it is not true, because in Italian we don't use half for, we don't use mezzo to say half. It doesn't mean anything. Actually, it means almost. Actually, go and watch my short about mezzo. It is very useful, I think. No books tell you this. You have to be Italian to know this. We use it every day, mezzo. We use it nearly every day. It's a bit ironic as well, so we do use it, yeah, a lot. Non troppo, not too much. There you go. Troppo means too much. Cantabile, cantare means singing, in a singing style. Staccatissimo. This is staccato, staccatissimo. Oh, here it is, mezzo forte. There you go. Now, moderately loud. Well, it's almost loud. Lento, slow. Lento, slow. Were your answers also the same? Let me know it in the comment below. Section 7, the last one of our exam paper. In this section, we need to observe a piece of paper that is showed on the page and answer the questions relating to it. The first one says, all the notes of the tonic triad of E flat major can be found in bar 2. So let's have a look. We have mi, fa, sol, la, si, flat, because it has 3 flats. We do have all the notes there. Yeah. So I think this is true. Question 2, we need to find one bar where there is a pause on the note, and that bar is bar 6, where we see this symbol, which means fermata. Fermata is a stop, like a bus stop, for example. So you literally stop, don't go anywhere. It's a sense of going. There is a sense of going. When we say fermata, it's a stop. So the lack of movement. And it's very useful when we say waiting. So it's fermata is where you wait, so where you don't move, basically. Our last question. We need to tick the boxes to complete the sentences. The lowest note in the melody is B flat in bar 4. The shortest note of the melody is in bar 3, where we have the semiquavers. And there is a dotted minim in bar 8, the last bar of the piece. And with this, we have completed our exam paper. I hope that your answers were like mine, and let me know if you need further help. As I said, I always like replying to your comments, so please do comment, even to say thank you very much, that was very useful. So stay in touch and see you in my next video. Bye bye! Thank you for watching my video. I hope it was useful, and don't forget to share it with your friends. If it was useful for you, it will be useful for other people too. As I'm here, I'd like to thank all those who messaged me and emailed me telling me about their music life or the music experience or music theory exam. And a huge thank you to all those who told me that thanks to my videos, they gain confidence or a distinction at their music theory exam. Thank you so much. This makes me so happy. Now, if you want to find another chapter of Discover Music Theory Grade 2, you'll find it here. Thank you.